Every Geometry Dash meme explained.
That became mainstream memes to impossible timings that are hard even for the top players. This is every single meme in Geometry Dash explained, starting with Riot swag. During version 1.9 in June 2015, Riot posted a preview of a massive new mega collab designed to be a much harder sequel to Cataclysm. It was the first time a top 1 was built properly with a set verifier without being hacked, so it had everyone's eyes at the time. Previously, we had a bunch of other top 1s that were straight up hacked like Ice Carbon Diablo X, Cataclysm, and Sonic Wave. Because of that, the hype of seeing Riot grinding Bloodbath and verifying
viewers in 2015, bro.
It was massive in the community. Even Rob Top himself was supporting him. After almost 30,000 attempts in August 2015, Riot officially verified it and it would become unbeaten for months, but during Riot's video completion, right after he passed Michigan's part, he said something you cannot tell right away what it is.
Swag.
Some people think he said crack because maybe he thought he would die on Crack's part, which was coming after. Others think it was the F word, and many people meme that he says quack in the middle of the attempt for some goddamn reason. Riot already confirmed multiple times that he actually said swag, and the audio was bad only because his mic was crap. The meme—
Yo, I never, just so you know, I never ever thought swag was tough. I always think swag was one of the most corniest things of all time.
was so big at the time that even Manix put in Bloodlust the word swag right after Mishy's part as a reference to it.
I did not know that. Yo, this video is funny though.
Trusta nerfs everything. Trusta was a very popular player and creator from the old days. He gained a lot of popularity around version 1.9 and 2.0 because of how many extreme demons he would beat, and he even verified the legendary level Sakyup in Hell, but his most infamous completion was Yatagarasu in 2016. While playing it, Trusta nerfed the level slightly for consistency's sake, which already did not please his viewers, and after a 95% fail, he heavily nerfed many parts of the level again, especially Michigan's and funny games, which made a lot of people upset once more, who wanted the original version preserved.
Do you want me to like nerf Michigan and try to get it out today as soon as possible, or do you want me to keep it the difficulty that it is right now? What I could do though is like moving these up a little bit. You know what, at this point I don't care if people complain about this being nerfed, but you know, I really would like to get this level out.
After Trusta verified it, the nerfs were drastic enough to bring it down from the #1 spot on the demon list. With it being advertised as such, the community did not take kindly to Trusta nerfing it. He was criticized multiple times for a few months before turning into a meme that Trusta would basically nerf anything. As time went on, however, people began to realize how unbearable unnerfed Yatagarasu was and how much better Trusta made the level. Nowadays, the meme is
I said enough Yatagarasu's like, I think it's still top 150, I don't know.
mostly died, although people still talk about it occasionally.
Oh my God. This is so
Fake exposals. In February 2015, a YouTuber named The Mute Troll would post one of the most infamous videos in GD history. He showed a bunch of clips exposing the OG player and creator Nubus, showing and proving that he speed hacked and cheated his completions, such as Theory of Skrillex and getting a 56% in ICDX. This video was also the one that originated the meme at 100% speed. Does this look possible to you? With that video and many others, exposing videos started to become frequent in the community, mainly because of the big amount of hackers.
Yo, World Game getting exposed was one of the most detrimental things to the community. That guy, I believe this video is, I was always so shocked on how he did it, just for it to be fake. Because I keep forgetting he's a VFX, like, what's it called? Creator. He's like so good at faking
or
stuff.
in the early years of the game. But along with those, a lot of joke videos started to be made as well, exposing top players that were clearly not hacking, joking about stuff like broken hitboxes in the game, like the players were using noclip. The main channel that would make those about pretty much every top player was Mr. Happy Jr. The trend kind of died a few years ago, but Mr. Happy Jr. himself still makes some videos about it every now and then fake exposing players like Zoink and Doggy.
His ship is not straight. His ship is diagonal. Hacks confirmed.
Viprin copy and paste. For years, the creator and ex-moderator Viprin was the #1 in creator points on the leaderboards. He used to spam and post a bunch of levels before 2.0 hosted many mega collabs, but back in the day, he was infamously known for copying and pasting parts of his levels very often, and it's kind of an inside joke and a very old meme at this point as well, but many people used to reference him by that meme back then. This meme was immortalized in the community credits tab in the
I swear he's a pedophile now.
shopkeeper's place. Devil Vortex Saws. Tosh
Oh
Deluxe was
my! It took me so long to understand how this works.
one of the first ever infamous showcasers in the community, and a very good player as well. He verified the top 5 level at the time, Devil Vortex, which was a huge accomplishment for him, since he had never beaten anything this hard before, but it raised a lot of suspicion from the community too. One day, Nepesta made a video pointing out something extremely weird in Tosh's copy of Devil Vortex. It had this bizarre pattern of saws with 54 objects in total at the very top of the level, which no other version of it had. Nepesta also found that there were exactly 54 clicks in the level that you could fake an auto with blue pads, suggesting Tosh verified it in a semi-auto version and put those saws there just to keep the same amount of objects in the level.
Some people still do this now, but they get caught easily.
How uncommon the patterns of the saws were,
You should have just copy-pasted certain objects.
community exploded with memes about them, many replicating the pattern with literally anything. Coins, chess pieces, emojis, pretty much anything that can be used. This became a gigantic meme in the GD community that lasted for years in the mainstream, and even nowadays, sometimes an image referencing it pops up. Congregation Jumpscare. In April 2021, the player Flooful would verify the level Congregation by the creator Trusta, and it was an extreme demon around top 100 in difficulty at the time. It would stay like an ordinary level for 2 years, until in 2023, a random channel appeared on YouTube called Congregation Jumpscares, which started to post a bunch of memes of GD levels and other videos suddenly changing to sections of Congregation. At one point, the meme and YouTube channel exploded and started a huge trend of jump scare levels, mainly on the section where the cube falls in the dark for a few seconds, and Tidal Wave due to its transition
I always hear people talking about this level, but I never knew it had such a big impact.
for the drop that shows the level
Wait.
name. Just like the Devil Vortex saws, jump scares became a gigantic meme in the community, and many of them were produced and still insanely popular to this day. Limbo keys. Limbo is a 2.1 memory extreme demon created by Mindcap and many more creators. This level is extremely pretty and well made, but its most significant part by far is the ending. As the player spams through a mini-
No offense, I get that level's cool and all, but I don't get why this level has so much views. I think it's on like 40
wave section,
right now.
8 keys.
Like, I get it's a Mindcap level, but out of all the levels, like, come on.
Keys, with the correct one briefly pulsing green, appear to the right and shuffle their spots consecutively, similar to a cups and balls game. The player must keep spamming as they track which key is the correct one. In the end of the section, they need to stop spamming and just hold on to a D block as they continue tracking the keys, which form a circuit.
Yeah, I don't even know how you do this simultaneously, bro. You must take practice, bro.
And the player has to choose the key by releasing when their choice glows. When they do that, a fake end screen appears for a few seconds and the player falls into the dark. If they do not collect the correct key, the player will die to a row of spikes on the floor. Otherwise, they will float on the spikes and beat the level. This last section made the level extremely memorable, not only because of how original it was, but also the amount of memes it generated. Just like Devil Vortex saws, people would recreate and relate the Limbo keys and their pattern everywhere with edits or just having similar structure in other games. It is another gem and massive meme that will probably still appear in
What?
the community every now and then. Impossible timing. Doggy is one of the best
Yo, I was there when he dropped the silent clip step video, bro. I never knew that, like, the meme was that big.
players and most influential figures in the Geometry Dash community, but obviously that doesn't save him from becoming a meme multiple times. One of his most infamous moments was when he was taking a break to play cycles just for the fun of it, but then he decided to go for the first coin, which was kind of a precise click. Right before dying, he said the magical words,
That coin's kind of impossible timing. What the fuck?
You know what's the craziest part? That clicks a 4 FPS frame perfect.
it was clipped multiple times, and since then, people always screenshot and make montages of Doggy dying in extremely easy sections on easy levels. Also, we should make a memorable mention of his reaction to dying in 1% in Acheron, where he just destroys his setup for dying on the first click of the level. Doggy explained afterwards that he was mad because he died far in a previous attempt, and that was just a delayed reaction. But nonetheless, it's still pretty funny seeing him punching the camera for crashing on the first jump. Get back on Grief. In another stream, while practicing Grief, Doggy was on a call with the other top player, Zoink. At some point, whenever Doggy would exit Grief to play another level to take a break, Zoink would jokingly order Doggy to get back on Grief, referencing the annoying people that didn't want Doggy to play anything besides Grief.
Hey, I see that. I see that. Get back on Grief. Get back on Grief. What are you doing?
Bro?
Get off. Sorry. Oh, okay.
That ended up backfiring a little bit, and for quite a while, people would spam in Doggy's chat for him to get back on Grief whenever he decided to take a break, sometimes as a joke, joke and sometimes seriously. Luckily, people stopped doing that for a while now, since it was annoying doggy.
Whoa, why is he actually deep in it? Also, the get back on grief meme has been pretty disheartening. I get it's a joke, but it's definitely gone a bit too far. I can't even pause the flipping game for a bit without seeing it, especially when my arm physically gives out and I need a break.
A lot at the time. It's also worth mentioning
He
that even
hates
other
that level.
creators
No wonder why he's not even playing it for the past like, 2
would make
weeks
jokes
now.
about forcing top players to play non-stop the level they were verifying instead of anything else. Mindcapped often jokes about that on Zoink streams whenever he's verifying one of his top levels like Orbit or Heliopolis. CBF detected, loser. CBF, short for click between frames, is a mod created a few years ago that allows a player to, well, click between frames. It is an insane tool that helps with precision and makes pretty much every single level better to play, especially on lower refresh rate devices. Nowadays, it is a tool built in-game that everyone can use, but previously it was a mod that you had to install, so there was a massive discussion.
Yeah, but CBS is not as good as CBF. But CBS, just so you guys know, CBS is not as good as CBF because it sometimes bugs out.
In the community if it was considered cheating or not. On one hand, Robotop did not rate levels verified with CBF, but on the other hand, the Demon List accepted records after the verification that used CBF to
They're disobeying their own owner.
complete them. Because of that discussion, many creators started to put CBF blockers in their levels, which would detect if the player had the mod on or not by making maneuvers with the triggers, and if they did, the level would just not allow you to play and it would kill you non-stop
I don't get how this works, dude. Did they use spawn triggers or something?
until you turned it off. The meme part begins when the creator Itsukiba
Why
decided
didn't they make it tight enough so you can't do it past 240? So it has to be a 240 click if it's a CBF blocker. Okay.
to not only put a CBF blocker on nullscapes, the top two at the time, but also
NoScapes does it differently though. I don't
Also
get
a
how it
very
works.
kind-
It makes you like press a button to see if you have CBF or not.
message to the player when it was detected, saying, CBF detected, loser. Click between frames is illegitimate and will not be allowed for use in nullscapes. Please disable the mod in order to continue playing. Needless to say, the passive-aggressive text made so many people make montages of the message popping up in other games and apps. The amount of memes made on this was gigantic as well, and to be honest,
I
was a
never knew it was a
genius
meme,
move by
what?
Kiba, since it made the level way more popular because the topic was discussed a lot in the community. As mentioned before, nowadays CBF is an option that you can turn on and off in game, so the discussions of it being cheating are pretty much over. Denny's Amber Alert. Denny is another skilled top player that was playing the former top 1 Tartarus a while ago, and at one point on the stream, he crashed because of the sound of an Amber Alert happening, and in the heat of the moment, he straight up said,
I hope that kid fucking died.
someone
Yeah,
flipped
look how low quality it is. Yo, this is how I found out about Denny. That guy's funny, bro.
it and went,
And he's so good at thumbnails as well.
well, it went viral because of how spontaneous it was. The meme even broke out of the bubble.
Yeah, it became popular twice. Like one time in late 2024 and then another time in 2025. And now he's just like known for it, but yeah.
Appeared on many other non-GD related places. Sometime later, Denny would finally beat the level and react saying,
I'm glad that kid fucking lived.
but is it possible with accurate hitboxes? This meme
Bro,
started
this
when
one's
YouTube
so
where
forced. I
GOGD
don't
made
get
a bunch
it.
of shorts
I get it, but I
experimenting
don't-
if levels were possible with accurate hitboxes or not. If you played GD before, you know the hitboxes are very different from what they actually tell you, so it was kind of interesting
do
to
you
see
make a
if you
sword
could beat the
hitbox?
levels if they were correct. The joke actually began when GOGD started to slowly become insane throughout the videos with the idea of making every level with accurate hitboxes.
This is a spike hitbox. If we fix this hitbox, it gets 1 pixel larger accurate hitbox. If we keep doing this over and over again, whoa, look at this. What?
This made people repeat the phrase, but is it possible with accurate
he made
hitboxes
himself insane.
everywhere, and a bunch of fan art, memes, and
What?
parodies
Oh.
were produced replicating his icon, going crazy with that same question. Dash's spider section. This one could enter in the jumpscare section, but it's basically a meme on its own. In January 2024, the famous GD YouTuber Colon made a 40-minute video analyzing the main level that was just released on 2.2, Dash. But at some point, in the beginning of the video, he decided to rant and talk about the infamous spider section that is on it, and how it was bad to sight read and introduce the
Yes!
mechanics of climbing walls in the game.
Well, I wiped this level in like 2 seconds, but the only part I had to learn was that stupid spider part because for some reason it's so... I don't get how the fundamentals of it work, but it's so
Spider
weird.
section that is on it, and how it was bad to sight read and introduce the mechanics of climbing walls in the game. People started memeing with that section by recreating that structure in the spider part everywhere. In games, apps, even in real
I've never
life,
seen
just like
this.
people did with the devil vortex saws and limbo keys. It came to a point that even if it was a very vague
Yeah,
recreation,
the moment they catch on to something, they'll just make 10 versions of it in real life.
you could tell right away that it was a reference to the spider section, and once more, a gigantic amount of memes was made about it for a
Why?
while.
How is it even
Lobotomy
made?
Dash. This is another meme that broke out in the Geometry Dash bubble.
This one was instantly, bro. This was a meme instantly when 2.2
came out. So many features were added to the game and to create levels such as sound effects, warp objects, and VFXs. People went crazy experimenting with every feature and its limits, and often many of them created overstimulating and brain rot levels. At some point, a pattern was formed on those levels where they usually would use the GD
2.3 level I beat on the recent tab was just a lobotomy level, and the guy was just stretched or something.
Most of the time, the normal and extreme demon faces with the sound effect "Fire in the hole!" pitched multiple times, along with crazy VFX and screen distortions. In the 1940s to 1950s, some doctors treated mental illness with a process called a lobotomy by inserting an ice pick-like tool into the eye socket to damage connections in their brains, hoping it would make their mood better.
I'm not learning this in biology, what?
But it would often leave patients with devastating side effects. Because of that nowadays, many nonsense and brain rot things are related to that experience.
I always hear people talking about lobotomy, like they always say lobotomy. Bro, I always hear lobotomy and stuff.
Besides all the levels about lobotomy, many memes and images were also made referencing it, and even full rate-worthy levels were built around that theme with the normal difficulty face, along all the VFX and SFX related to the meme.
Fire in the hole!
I know what she's referencing too.
Reactions. The most common meme in the GD community by far is the reactions when players beat their levels or when they crash while being far. There are so many of them, so let's name the biggest ones. Raising 717's reactions during 2015 were one of the most memorable
this YouTuber, I love this person, bro.
And memeable things that we had in
he was so good
at time.
It was so funny.
Other reactions that were used a lot as memes were Mafiwa's reaction crashing at 98% in Sonic Wave.
Yeah, this is unnerfed as well. If this got verified, this would have been top 1 for I think until Tartarus would have been beaten. Okay, I don't know, but like...
Novel Boy dying at 98% on Bloodlust.
Yo, that era was insane.
Fox going insane while playing Phobos.
Oh yeah, he always dies at 96.
And obviously cold raging while dying multiple times in the insane demon Rupture.
This is kind of what made Geometry Dash famous for raging like compilation. This is how everyone kind of found it back then before Geometry. I can't. 10 years before.
We also have other reactions that didn't become a meme because of their screaming, but just the way they reacted. Zanny, a pretty famous top player, while playing the last section of Limbo, realized that the blue key was the right one and just kept screaming, "It's blue!" non-stop.
It's blue! It's blue! It's blue! It's blue! Oh my god! It's blue! Zanny! It's blue! Zanny, bro! It's blue, bro! It's blue, bro! Oh my god! It's fucking blue, bro!
Yo, these guys can see anything.
But one of the most famous memes by far in GD history, which broke out of the bubble completely and gathered millions and millions of views, was Nepesta's reaction while beating the top level.
I think the moment this became a meme, I started watching it.
Nepesta spent 135.
This guy was the only full-fledged content creator that I like fully liked, aside from EVW.
1,000 attempts and 117 streams to verify this level, and when he beat it, he had a massive reaction with his face cam on. That generated a bunch of...
You know what people thought? You know what's crazy? People thought this is how long it actually took him, and I'm like screaming all that just for 2 hours, but they don't know the attempts count was 1,000 times more than that.
That generated a bunch of memes taken out of context. This meme became so viral that it even appeared on PewDiePie's meme review, which has almost 10 million views by now.
This is from Nepesta. He's speedrunning this square game. What is this game called? It's called an impossible game, isn't it? So people started making their own edits out of this. This one is good. Oh, he did it!
And then the speedrun of emojis. I think that's when it got too far. Oh, it's done. Damn, good video, bro. Like, subscribe, good video. And like and subscribe to me as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.